Hey guys, Game Enthusiast here. I wanted to talk about like Xbox. Um, Xbox has like lost its identity for me. Like the cloud gaming and stuff is cool and all, but I'm not real. I can see where they're trying to go to, but it seems like they aren't focusing on like the things that matter, the games. So so it's it's kind of bad that Xbox has been going on this state. Like ever since Phil Spencer was on the kind of funny interview thing where he says like, "Oh, we're never going to overtake PlayStation. We're done basically." Like people say he's being very honest, but it just sounds very, I don't know if this is a word, defeatist. Like it's just no one wants to hear that, especially like people that grew up with the Xbox brand. No one wants to hear like you just saying we lost. Like you can like there is you can always like, bounce back, but it's just going to take a long time or do well enough to still have a following. Like they should be focusing on like, making sure that their console is easy to develop for, picking the right developers, picking getting the developers that like, have a passion and saying, okay, we like your vision, we like your concept, we like your demo. We're going to fund you, and then we can make it an exclusive to Xbox and I guess PC. Um, but they're so lost in like, cloud and Game Pass. It's just that, yeah, this stuff is cool and it's nifty features, but like, let's see PlayStation. Let's see what they have. Okay, so they have exclusive. They have obviously they have the exclusive. They have games. Uh, there are more. There are like second party games that are going on their console and not on Xbox. For example, Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade, both great games, and that are nominated for Game of the Year. There are some like Indiana Jones missed the nomination mark because they came out late. And then there was Hellblade: Senua's Saga 2, and the voice actress won like best performance and stuff, and that's good too. But it's just you kind of have to like you have to like show that you care about, like, it's good to be pro consumer, that's cool, but you also have to be pro developer as well, because it's like the chicken and the egg, like developer actors, um you have to support the developers. You got to make their console easy like easy to develop for, or and as well interesting to develop for too. They have the developers, the third party developers and first party developers, and they have to you know command or program things for the dual sense, because that's like in a more advanced controller. That's like, okay, that adds a little bit more fun, that immerses me more into the game, because the controller is the bridge from reality to the game, your actions into the game. But then the Xbox controller, I know it's a classic controller. It's a timeless design, but they could have did more with it. They could have added like better rumble, because even on the Xbox One, when that Xbox controller came out, they had the impulse triggers, which is like, okay, that's cool, that's interesting. They added something on there on top of the design. But with this one, all they added in 2020 was a share button and a bit better grip. Um, they could have added more with that. They could have. Um, and yeah, I'm aware, like, of this Xbox showcase. I watched it with my friends, and it's like, yeah, this is cool. Fable's cool. Perfect Dark. I'm excited for Doom Eternal. Like, no, Doom, the Dark Ages looks fun, looks amazing. But I'm not. fun to Fable, really. Like, I think it's cool, but the only thing I'm excited for is Perfect Dark. But what's the point if like most of their exclusives, well, they're not exclusives now, they're just gonna come on like, other platforms like the PlayStation. Like I'm a big indie fan, but I'm not in a rush to play it. Like I heard great things, really great things about it, but I I I'll wait for it on PlayStation, and I'll tell you why. I have a PS5 Pro, so I theoretically I would have like with Indiana Jones and if it gets PS5 Pro enhanced, I'll probably have the best console version of Indiana Jones, console version, not PC, because PC has basically no limits, only what the developers like can put in the settings. So now I yesterday I did something pretty big. Uh, I traded in my Xbox Series X that I had since 2020, and I traded it in for a Nintendo Switch. Like I traded in like a powerful console for the least powerful console. Um, Granted, I got the Mario Kart 8 bundle in the 12 years and stuff, and I had the Nintendo Switch before, but unwisely, I traded it in for the PS5 Pro. And that was due because, like, at that time, I was thinking, like, I'm not playing the Switch that much. But then I realized it's, um, then I realized it's like, me and my friends, like, we're very picky with what games we play. The only game we primarily play is Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, where we just play search and destroy and just troll people. Um, or Rocket League, where we just kind of have fun working together to and having fun. Um, Personally, for Call of Duty, I'm kind of like Call of Duty out a bit because of the skill based matchmaking, and I don't know. I just don't. I'm not motivated to do like. I'm not motivated by the progression. Um, don't buy that many skins or little to no skins based on Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2019. So I've been primarily playing single player games. I had 2020, I bought the PS5 day one, I bought the Xbox Series X day one. I had the Nintendo Switch since 2017, and I, exchanged it, like got the Nintendo Switch OLED when that came out and exchanged it multiple times. Uh, uh, for a different version of the Switch. So I think I have more fond memories with PlayStation and Nintendo as of now than Xbox. Um, I think I think the best Xbox has been like recently was I think when the Xbox around the Xbox One X when that came out, where they were saying there's no power greater than X. Red Dead Redemption 2 running at a native 4K 30 frames per second on the console. Um, that's I think that's like them like being a third party machine. Like that was the Xbox One X um was like great when it came to, third party games. That way I would get the best version of the game. PlayStation 4 Pro, which I had, was good for like the exclusives, like, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn, and so on. Um, and Nintendo, obviously they're exclusives, but also the fact that it was a portable console. So I was happily content at that time because I think 2017, 2018, I guess, 2019 around that time, I think that was great because I was playing all three like consistently. Now it's just like, I'm playing PlayStation. I primarily play Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation. Um, like I have like over 470 hours on that game just because I like the gameplay, the traversal, the animations and everything. I'm playing Star Wars Outlaws now, which has gotten better with the updates, and I'm intrigued and I have that on PlayStation, and just I wanted to I'm interested to see what how Ubisoft's going to continually better the game since it didn't come out when it came out. Then it wasn't at its best state. Nintendo, they release a good amount of games, like a good amount of games this year. It's just that I'm not really a turn-based guy. Maybe I'll give one a chance here and there, but I usually just fall off. But I want to get into it. But for Xbox, just recently, I just like we don't, other than Call of Duty Black Ops 6, we don't really take advantage of Game Pass. We always try to pick like like we always try to figure out what game do you want to play. Fortnite? Nope, we don't want to play that. Granted, I'm also part of it. The problem too because I'm very picky with games as well. Um, but it's just we can't come to a consensus on what other games we can play other than Call of Duty and Rocket League. But um, yeah, so I think what the PS5 Pro, I think I should have traded in my Xbox Series X instead of the Switch. But I was still thinking like, hey, um, it's Game Pass, and I'm gonna miss out on the games that we can play on using Game Pass, like Call of Duty. But when I traded in my Xbox Series X, yesterday and actually today, Black Ops 6 is like half off on PlayStation, maybe even on Xbox as well, $35. So I thought, okay, I'll just get this. I'll just focus, and with the Nintendo Switch OLED Mario Kart 8 bundle, I got Mario Kart 8 back. I got the DLC, like the DLC, so I have the digital version of Mario Kart 8. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be backwards compatible according to Nintendo's president. So, um, and then I think earlier today I played Super Mario Brothers Wonder, a game that I was excited for, but I just stopped. Maybe because I had such a big backlog. Maybe like since I don't have an Xbox, like I have games on there. So when I eventually, like at some point when Microsoft's in at a better state and like more games come out, maybe I'll give it a chance. Maybe I'll just get a Series S, but I don't know. But I have games on Xbox, and I can always go back at one. And I have some I have like an elite controller or two, so if I go back to Xbox, it won't be a problem for me. Same with when I got this Nintendo Switch yesterday. I have games digitally, and I can pick up and play them. I have Nintendo Switch Online, so I was able to download my data back. So I'm just back. It wasn't that hard. So, um, but the thing I want you to take away from this is, um, content is king. Games matter. That this is an Xbox advertisement thing. Like I think that was the most cockamamie at marketing campaign Xbox has ever did. That and the TV thing back in 2013. I'm getting 2013 Xbox flashbacks, and that's not a good thing. So my message to Xbox is you need to wake up and just remember like who your audience is, the hardcore gamer. Because right now, I don't think a person that plays Candy Crush or mobile devices like want to play like want to play like console level games on the go. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong, but but also this is an Xbox thing. It's like, okay, Xbox consoles are are more streamlined. You turn it on, you pick a game, maybe go through an update, and then you're good to go. But say if you have a Steam Deck, that they said that's also an Xbox, but there are more steps in order to actually access Xbox Game Pass games because the Steam Deck runs Linux and you have to kind of put Windows 11 in there. But I don't think the average person wants to do that. They just want to turn on the console, turn on the TV, and start playing. Um, uh, is cloud going to be the future? Maybe, but I think the console, the Xbox console, and I guess the PC, but the console should be the centerpiece of the ecosystem, like the PlayStation is. Like the PlayStation has the the Portal. People were like making fun of it when it first came out, but people started liking it, and now they're adding a cloud update, and you get like the DualSense features and everything. I have the Portal. I was skeptical when it came out, but now I enjoy it whenever like I'll take it with me if I'm going over my dad's house or if I'm going to my neighborhood like music school. Like I'll take it with me and play some games on there, single player games on there. Um so yeah, I just don't I think Xbox needs to like do better do better. Like, like wake up. But that was just me just ranting. I wanted to get this off my chest. Thank you for listening for this long. It's like based on what my recording is, it's like 16 minutes. So I'm gonna end this here. I might do more of these. Maybe I talk about artificial intelligence too. But have a good weekend. Stay safe and game on, everyone. Bye.